I am at the Richard Nixon Presidential Library and Museum in Yorba Linda, California, which is Richard Nixon's birthplace, hometown, I guess you could say. And they even have a replica of his, not a replica, it's the actual home that he was born in and grew up in here at the Presidential Library. So it's actually a very nice day weather-wise here. Kind of perfect weather. As you know, I'm a big fan of presidential libraries, and they're just great museums about our presidents' lives, and of course Richard Nixon's kind of was controversial for Watergate and having to resign, the first president to resign the presidency. But it should be an interesting museum, and we'll go inside and take a look. And out here they actually have, not even only out here, but in the museum they have a recreation of the East Room of the White House. So as long as the replica is not being used for an event today, hopefully I can get some footage inside East Room. So we have another little section of the White House here in Orange County, just over here. So they recently actually redid the inside of the museum, which was really great to see, including adding this Oval Office replica, which was not there before. Most presidential libraries have the Oval Office as it appeared when the president that the museum is about was in office. So it's a replica. Nixon's includes this moon landing picture which occurred during his presidency, and again, this is a really great addition because previously the museum did not have this type of replica. So there's a bust of Lincoln on the table behind him, and a tour guide's explaining some of the aspects of the Oval Office in the Nixon administration, and it included this desk drawer that was pulled open with some of the personal items that would have appeared in the desk. So pretty interesting to see this, and the museum curator talks about the Oval Office a little bit to some of the guests.
What goes there?
Rose Garden and Colonnade.
Okay.
This is the official entrance to the Oval Office, if you will. If you have an
So
appointment.
secretaries out there.
Rosemary Woods and Richard Nixon's face would be sitting out there. If you had an appointment with the president, this is where you come.
Okay.
This door would take you to other executive offices in the West Wing.
Okay.
And this door would take you to a private study or dining room of the president.
And there is another Oval Office upstairs in your support.
And this was pretty cool. It was the phone used for the Apollo moon landing.
And equal opportunity in the job market.
Otherwise, society is not as great as it can be.
Kind of raised my hand. I don't know whether it was a salute or a wave. How does that? Turned, went and sat down. Heard the engines whirl up. I closed my eyes. So I'm not looking at the environment, an emotional one. I heard Mrs. Nixon speaking to no one in particular. And she said, "It's so sad. It's so sad." And so, Richard Nixon, 37th President of the United States, has left the White House for the last time as President and going to California.
And this is now the outside area of the museum. So just behind me over here is the grave site of Richard Nixon. It says the greatest honor history can bestow is the title of peacemaker. And Pat Nixon says even when people can't speak your language, they can tell if you have love in your heart. So a very peaceful setting for their final resting place. And here's the museum itself from this angle. Now, just behind me is the, I guess, infamous helicopter that President Nixon left on after he resigned. They don't allow cameras inside, but this is the actual helicopter. So a very important piece of American history right here at the museum. I would have looked out at this window as he was leaving the White House. So this house here is the birthplace of Richard Nixon, relocated here at the library and put back together, and people are actually touring inside of it right now. So it looks like it says right here, built by Frank and Hannah Nixon from a kit in 1912. I mean, I have trouble putting together furniture with a guide from a kit, so I couldn't imagine building this house by hand from a kit, but that's what President Nixon's parents did, so pretty impressive, I would say, because I don't think I could build this. I'm not sure if they allow you to actually film inside, so we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. You can't film inside the helicopter, so who knows, but pretty nice home reconstructed here. And over here you can see the east wing again from the view of inside the garden area of the museum. So a pretty nice setting overall, actually. Decently peaceful despite a road being right over there.
The screens, you don't see as much detail until you get up on top.
Who complained about the military?
Jessica.
So this East Room recreation is very cool. Alright, so I'm leaving the museum now. We can go ahead and say goodbye to the Richard Nixon Presidential Library. Very interesting, it changed. I'd been here maybe 5 years ago, and they completely redid the inside. It made it much more interactive. They had a lot of Nixon's quotes, which a lot of them were actually pretty inspirational to hear. Mainly it was about, you know, you'll have tough times and you can overcome those. You'll bleed sometimes, but all you have to do is get up, dust yourself off, and go again. And it really spoke to when he was, you know, after he resigned and trying to figure out how he would integrate himself back into public life. And so pretty inspirational for those moments that we all have when things don't quite go the way we planned and you have to kind of pick yourself up from your lowest point. There was a quote in there about something about like you have to be in the deepest valley to appreciate standing on the highest mountain top. Something like that. Might have messed it up a little, but anyway, it was kind of things like that. You're like, oh, that's very inspirational. And, you know, just proved, you know, later on he became an advisor to other presidents, including Ronald Reagan and Bill Clinton, and they all came for the funeral that was held here when he died. So overall, it kind of paints a different picture than everyone goes to with Nixon, as, you know, everyone thinks Watergate right away, but just like anyone, there's many sides to somebody. So and the museum does a good job sort of balancing all of that, so definitely recommend it. Very interesting. And with that, I will say goodbye to the Nixon Library. Subscribe to this channel for more travel vlogs, and I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and visit your presidential libraries if you're remotely interested in the presidency or what presidents have to go through during their presidency and just seeing like every aspect of their job. Then definitely recommend presidential libraries. You get to see the personal side of them as well. So visit your presidential libraries. Anyway, on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.